Well, hello and welcome to our video tour for a property that we have for sale in the Tehachapi area. 7¼ acres of off-the-grid mountain hideaway near Tehachapi. Selling at a significant discount, selling for just under $9,000. Very pretty property, well treed. Sort of a triangular shaped property. Up around 5,000 feet in elevation. Here we're moving inside the property, kind of looking back toward the road. Lots of vegetation on this property. One of the nice features here is there's actually a natural spring on it, and a little creek that runs through it. Not enough to go fishing in, but it certainly does. There's two important points I would say with the spring to be noted is that it's a good sign for the water table in that area. The water table I think is at about 200 feet there, so you won't have any problem accessing water. You'll need to drill a well at some point, but you'll have no trouble getting at the water. The other thing is that it's a natural magnet to the birds, deer and whatnot they have in this area. If you walk in this area, you're going to hear a lot of bird song. Nice feature because it's a natural magnet to the wildlife in the area. This is a little Google Earth video. It kind of flattens out the features and makes it a little more dull, but it also gives you kind of a sense of the contour of the area. Here we're back on the property again. This is off the grid, like I mentioned, so unless the natural spring provides you all the water you want, you would want to drill a well at some point. It's of course a septic tank and propane tank and area, and most people in this area have either solar panels or generators or something to provide them with their electricity. Very pretty once you walk back a bit. I spoke with a gentleman who lives just a stone's throw from this property. He does grading, and he's done the grading for a number of the properties in the area, and he thinks that this is readily a buildable site. He pointed out a couple places where he thought it would suit well for a nice building pad, including one kind of back a ways where you're kind of hidden away from what we're looking at now, which is standing on the road looking out in the other direction. He said he suggested one spot where you could build a property and you wouldn't have to look out and see the neighbors, but that's up to you. Now this drone work was shot in like January when the foliage was pretty much dormant. So a lot of the still photos were shot in July. For example, the video work of the creek water, that was shot in July. So there was still a pretty active creek even in the middle of summer. But this here, you can see some of these trees at this point, they're dormant in the winter and very full of foliage in the spring and summer, fall. Here we're just kind of looking out over the valley. You can see the solar panels that the neighbor has on his property. A lot of people ask about building like pre-manufactured houses or modular homes, and basically in California, if you can build a house on a parcel of land, you can also put a pre-manufactured house or modular home, so that's certainly an option here. The County of Kern does not want temporary structures on a permanent basis, so if you just wanted to park your trailer and leave it there, that wouldn't be an option. This is a part of the Alpine Forest Homeowners Association. The dues are, I believe, $350 a year. They grade the roads a couple times a year. They don't do much other than that. There's some, not like Bear Valley Springs nearby where they charge quite a bit. and provide a bit. They provide quite a bit, but this is more of an off-the-grid area. Now you notice the creek isn't running down there. At least that wasn't in January. I didn't see the creek. So I think the creek actually goes underground before it gets the road. So a nice feature. It's always nice to have a natural spring on your own property. Here, now this was shot in July, so this is where you see all the greenery. This is what it looks like most of the year. Here's just an overview showing you the whole development there. So there it is, a beautiful and a very large piece of land for your off-the-grid purposes. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have and set up a visit for you. You can walk the property anytime you like. And that's it. Thank you for your time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.